Good morning, Chair Bollendroff, members Garrett and Holmes, staff and guests. The lobbies are open and the recording has begun.
Thank you, Gretchen. Good morning, everyone. I'll now convene the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board Caucus meeting for Tuesday, June 17th. We've got two items on the agenda today from our policy and rules team. And first up, we have Jeff Kildall, who's going to provide a update on a board approval of CR 102 for seasonal hours requirements for alcohol licenses. So Jeff, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair Vollendroff and board members Garrett and Holmes. Tomorrow at the board meeting, I will present a CR 102 package to consider an update to the seasonal hours requirements for alcohol, beer, and wine restaurant licensees that are contained in WAC section 314.02045. This update is to consider reducing from 3 days to 2 days per week the number of days that the restaurants must remain open in order to maintain their beer or wine licenses, or in some cases both. This rule section currently requires license holders to be open for business to the public at least 5 hours a day, 3 days a week throughout the year. For a little background on the proposed rule proposed rule amendment, the board accepted a rulemaking petition in December 2024 to consider allowing seasonal adjustments to the minimum hours and days of operation for beer and wine restaurants. Following acceptance of the petition, the board filed a CR 101 for this rulemaking on April 23rd, 2025. Since many Washington restaurants experience slower seasons in their business due to seasonal fluctuations in the number of residents in their communities or visitors to their geographical area throughout the year, reducing the minimum number of days per week that they must remain open will give these licensees more control of their business operations. This change could help licensees save business resources during slower seasons of the year while still maintaining their licenses and meeting the requirements of the rule. If approved tomorrow, the public hearing on these proposed rules will be scheduled for August 14th, 2025, and we expect to bring a CR 103 for approval at the September 10th board meeting. Thank you, and can I answer any questions?
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions from board members?
No questions.
Seeing none, I'm glad that we are continuing to move this forward. I think it makes sense. I think it's a good indication of the LCB's interest in working with businesses and making changes that make good business sense. So we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Jeff. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving right along, we now have Denise Laflume, who's going to give us a presentation and talk about board adoption of the CR 103 for minors on non-retail cannabis licensed premises. So Denise, I'll turn it over to you.
Great, yes. Good morning, Chair Vollendroff and board members Garrett and Holmes. This morning, I'm here to preview the CR 103 with final rule language amending WAC 314.55.015 to allow minors on non-retail cannabis premises that I will be requesting approval for during tomorrow's board meeting. If approved tomorrow, the rules would go into effect on July 19th. We held a public hearing on the supplemental CR 102 proposed rules on June 5th, so a couple weeks ago. This was our first public hearing outside of a board meeting with the new format, and it seemed to go well. One person provided oral comments at the hearing, and we also received written comments from 2 people during the public comment period leading up to the public hearing. All 3 comments are included in the concise explanatory statement sent to you with the CR 103 materials, and were supportive of allowing minors on cannabis premises. As background, this rulemaking is the result of 2 petitions from Crystal Oliver that the board accepted in August 2022 related to adopting and expanding a COVID allowance that the board had in place through December of 2022. The CR 101 was filed on February 28th, 2024, and stakeholder engagements were held in September of 2024. We solicited additional stakeholder input on draft rules posted on our website in November 2024. A CR 102 was filed on January 15th of this year, and a public hearing was held on February 26th. But based on comments received on the CR 102 proposed rules and rule language was revised, and a supplemental CR 102 with new proposed rule language was filed on April 23rd. The public hearing on proposed rule language included with the supplemental CR 102 was held on June 5th with the new format. I will go into more detail about the rule language changes tomorrow during the board meeting, but I'm happy to answer any questions you may have now. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. Any questions? Seeing no questions, we look forward to having that conversation tomorrow and appreciate all the work that's gone into it. All right, well, that concludes our updates from our rules team. Any board member or executive assistant reports today? Seeing no board, nothing in the room. All right, well, that concludes our meeting. I'll now adjourn the board caucus meeting. Thank you. That might have been the most efficient